Good day, yogis, and welcome back onto the mat with me for today's Hatha flow sequence to really get us moving and up. And in these times when we're spending a lot of time locked away, not moving so much, this is going to be a lovely flow to really get the body moving and to get prana moving throughout our bodies. So I invite you to join me. All you're going to need for this practice is your mat, and you can grab hold of that now and join me on it. So bringing hands into prayer pose, connecting the palms to touch. Allow yourself a moment now to turn inward by closing your eyes. Beginning to rub your palms together, generating some warmth between your hands. And then drawing your hands into heart center, allowing yourself a few deep inhalations here. So pressing the thumbs into the heart center, allowing yourself to connect, noticing how you have arrived on your mat today. Noticing any sensations within your body. Noticing any pockets of tension. We're going to inhale to chant Om 3 times together. So taking a deep inhale. Om. Allowing yourself a few moments just to feel into the space around you. Noticing again any sounds outside of the room. Taking another deep inhale, and as you exhale, lower your hands down to your knees with your palms facing upward. Allowing yourself a few more moments of stillness here. Just tapping into the space around you. Noticing how you are feeling, what thoughts are drifting through your mind, and then allow them to drift away as you bring your focus back to your breath. Let the breath be the anchor for your practice today. On your next inhale, take a very deep breath, filling your lungs. And as you exhale, sigh. And allow your shoulders to drift a little bit further away from your ears. Soften into your body through the practice today. Allow yourself to let go of what no longer serves you. On your next exhale, bring your hands together once more in Anjali Mudra, beginning to rub the palms, generating more warmth between your hands. And then drawing your hands over the eye sockets, allowing the warmth from the hands to radiate through into the eye sockets. The energy of your palms to warm your eye sockets, your forehead, soothing you, taking another deep inhale. And as you exhale, slowly lowering your hands down, fluttering your eyes open and coming back into the space. And so we are going to begin with a few short warm-up poses. So you can move your block aside if you were sitting on a block, bringing your hands out beside you, fingertips pointing down towards the ground. Inhale to draw your palms up towards the ceiling. Interlace the fingers and draw the hands all the way up. Take a deep inhale here, and as you exhale, reach over to one side. Keeping both of the sit bones pinned down into the ground, inhale up, and exhale, reaching over to the other side. Let's take one more on each side. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, roll over to the other side. And last one, inhale up. And exhale, drawing over to the other side. Drawing the palms back together. Allowing yourself to come into Sharangata Mudra. Drawing the palms forward, allowing your forehead to drop down towards the ground. Just surrendering down into the ground. Allowing yourself to surrender any negative thoughts. On your next exhale, slowly draw up. And we're going to take a twist over to one side. So gentle twist, gazing over the shoulder, keeping both of the sit bones pinned, lengthening up through your spine. And then as you exhale, come back to neutral, and we'll go over to the other side. So again, taking a lovely twist through the spine, lengthening up. And as you exhale, slowly come back. Let's take one more on each side, roll over, gazing over the shoulder, feeling into the stretch, using your breath. And then slowly come back to neutral and twist over to the other side. And exhale, slowly coming back into a neutral space. We're going to sweep the arms up, join the palms to touch, and draw energy back into your heart center. So allowing yourself to move here through the shoulder joints, the arms, sweeping the palms together. Exhale to draw the hands back into heart center. Let's take a last one. Inhale. Drawing the arms all the way up, and exhale, drop the palms back into heart center. Bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers behind your back, squeezing shoulder blades together, opening up through the chest, gazing up towards the ceiling, really squeezing open the shoulders here. We're spending a lot of time seated, hunched over computers. Let's reset the posture, taking another deep inhale, and as you exhale, you can fold forward to wherever is appropriate for you, allowing yourself to sink down, sending the hands all the way up towards the ceiling. A couple of deep breaths here. On your next exhale, slowly draw yourself back out, giving your shoulders a couple of rolls, moving backwards, and then a couple of rolls, moving forwards. Bringing your hands to rest on the knees, let's drop the chin down to the chest. Let's take a couple of stretches. Inhale, or a couple of warm-ups through the neck, chin up to the ceiling. Exhale, draw your chin back down to your chest. Inhale, chin up. And exhale, chin slowly rolls back down to chest, maintaining length through the spine. Inhale, 2 more. And exhale, chin all the way back down. And last one, inhale. And exhale, chin drops back down to chest. Let's inhale to roll the head halfway through to one side. And as you exhale, slowly draw the chin across the chest, all the way through to the other side. Let's go a couple more. And exhale, sweeping it across, slow and mindful movements. Let's take 2 giant circles going in one direction. Slow and mindful. And then slowly roll the head over to the other side. Slow and mindful. Pinning your chin in towards your chest. Lengthening up, nice and tall. And then slowly drawing your head up. Let's come into tabletop, taking a couple of cat-cows. So knees are stacked underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. Let's take some cat-cows, making sure that you're not bending through the elbows. You're drawing up into the elbows, pressing into the ground. Inhale to drop your belly and gaze forward. Exhale, navel to spine, chin to chest. Inhale, drop belly, gaze forward. Exhale, navel to spine, chin to chest. Let's take a last one. Inhale. And exhale, navel to spine, chin to chest. And slowly coming into a neutral position. Let's take a puppy pose, walking your hands all the way to the front of your mat, allowing your forehead to drop down. So taking a lovely stretch through the shoulders here, opening up through the back body, opening up the chest, allowing yourself some deep breaths here. On your next exhale, gazing towards the palms, pressing palms into the ground as you slowly roll back into a child's pose, taking your knees just a little bit apart, allowing yourself to drop all the way down, forehead to ground, hands resting on your mat, feeling into your body here. Really letting the body sink down into the ground as you take another few deep breaths. And on your next exhale, pressing the palms into your mat, tucking your toes, stepping your knees back towards one another, drawing yourself up into a downward facing dog. So once you are in downward facing dog, just adjusting your position any way that you need to, making sure you're pressing into all four corners of your hands, that you're beginning to paddle your heels down towards the ground one at a time, very slowly stretching out your body. A few more deep breaths here. Perhaps raising up onto the toes and dropping the heels back down into the ground. And then again, once more, raising all the way up onto your toes. And as you exhale, drop the heels back down to the ground. So allowing yourself a few more deep breaths here, pressing back into the posture. Taking your right hand, bringing it onto your outer left calf, gazing underneath your armpit, taking a twisted downward facing dog. And then as you exhale, slowly replace your hand and twisting over to the other side. Left hand, right outer calf, gaze underneath the armpit. And then slowly replace your hand, press back once more for a last deep stretch, and then drop your knees down together and roll yourself back down into child's pose. Drop your forehead, wrap your arms around your body. Couple deep breaths here. On your next exhale, slowly send your hands forward, tuck your toes once more, and raise yourself up into a downward facing dog. So taking another deep stretch here. So we're going to inhale to raise up your right leg, three-legged dog. And as you raise up the right leg, begin to let that right foot drop over to the left side, stacking your right hip above your left hip, taking a couple deep breaths here. And then raising up the right leg once more, stepping the leg forward to the outer side of your hands, coming into lizard pose, allowing your knee to drop down, back foot to drop down, pressing the ground away from you, opening up and sinking the hips forward. So take a few more deep breaths here. Gazing forward, pressing the ground away from you. Hands are on the inside of your right foot. So keeping your breath steady here. If you need a block underneath your hands here, please feel free to take one. Bring the ground a little closer. Another deep breath. And as you exhale, we're slowly going to heel toe the foot in between the hands. Tuck the back toe. Your left hand remains on the mat. Raise up your left knee and sweep your hand up towards the ceiling, opening up your heart. Twisted lunge. Deep breaths here. Really feeling into the posture, Dropping your right hand behind your back body, opening your chest a little bit more up towards the sky. Gaze right up to the ceiling. Another couple of breaths. As you exhale, sweep your hand back forward. Take a moment here, pressing into the ground. We're moving up into a crescent lunge, so slowly sweeping the palms up, joining the hands to touch, raising the arms up. If you're feeling stable, you can gaze up towards the hands. Couple deep breaths here. Deep stretch through that back thigh. Exhale, drop your hands back down towards the ground. Slowly step into a plank pose. Take a moment in plank pose, setting yourself up, feeling into the posture. And then when you're ready, dropping your knees, your chin and chest. Taking a moment here. Just remain here for a moment. Elbows are tucked. Deep breaths. Slowly lowering your whole belly down. Keeping your hands far back. We're taking a baby cobra. Little one. Elbows tucked. And exhale, fold. Forehead down to ground. Tucking the toes. You're going to press yourself back as though you're going into a child's, but allow yourself to just kiss the forehead onto the ground, extending the fingers to the top of your mat. Slowly raising back up into a downward facing dog. So beginning where we left off. Feeling into the posture. Deep breaths. Again, just feeling how the body may have started opening up already. On your next inhale, raising up the left leg. And as you exhale, stepping the left foot all the way to the front of your mat, to the outer side of your hands. Gaze down towards your pose. Drop your back knee. Flatten your back foot. Again, allow yourself to gaze forward and soften completely into the posture. Couple deep breaths here. Shift any energy that feels stuck within the body. Another couple of breaths. And as you exhale, we are slowly shifting the foot in between the hands. Right hand plants down into the mat. Raise up off the right back knee and slowly open up your twisted lunge. Hand up to the sky, to the ceiling, dropping down, opening up the chest. Taking that left hand and sweeping it behind your back body, opening up just a little bit more. Resetting the whole body here. Couple more breaths. And then slowly sweeping your hand back over, allowing yourself to get ready to sweep up into a crescent lunge. Interlacing the fingers, drawing the arms up. Again, if you feel stable, you can gaze up towards your hands. Breathe deeply. Exhale to drop your hands all the way back down to the floor, stepping back into plank pose. Again, setting up your plank pose, pressing the ground away from you, pulling the navel into the spine, dropping the knee, the chin and chest. Slowly taking a pause here once more, feeling into the posture, dropping down the body. Sending the hands a little bit back, not directly underneath the shoulders. Inhale to draw up, exhale to fall down. Tucking the toes, slowly rolling back into an extended child's pose. Short pause here. Deep breath. Raising yourself back up into a downward facing dog one more time. And then we're going to walk, gazing to the hands all the way to the top of the mat. We're going to take dangling, so take your time. Slowly, slowly getting to the top of your mat. Allow the knees to bend generously here. Bring the hands onto the elbows. Allow your head to roll from side to side, your torso, your upper body. Feel into the lovely stretch into the hamstrings. Nod your head, yes and no. Feeling into the posture. Exhale, drop your hands down onto the ground. You're going to begin to roll out one vertebra at a time. The very last thing to come up is your head, so take your time. No rush. Drawing yourself all the way back up into standing. We're stepping to the front of the mat and we're going to take one round of Surya Namaskar. So standing in mountain pose, allowing your chest to open. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale to step your left leg back. Take a moment there, dropping the knee, gazing forward. Exhale to step your right foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale into plank pose. Dropping the knees. Chin and chest. Flattening down into cobra. Tucking the toes and pressing yourself back into a downward facing dog. So taking a moment here. Stepping the left foot forward on your inhale. Stepping the right foot forward. Sweeping your palms up, all the way up. And exhale, hands into heart center. Let's take one more to the right side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to sweep down, hands to ground. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to step the right leg back. Lunge into equestrian lunge, stepping back into downward facing dog. Rolling forward into plank pose. Dropping knees, chin and chest. Flattening down to cobra. Tucking toes for downward facing dog. Set yourself up here, gaze forward, step the right leg forward. Equestrian pose. Left leg forward. Inhale to sweep all the way back up. Exhale, hands into heart center. Moving into dancing warrior. Dropping the palms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to step the left foot back. Stepping the left foot back. Dropping the knee. Inhale, drawing the arms up. Exhale, step both of the feet back into plank pose. Taking a moment here. Deep breaths. Inhale to raise up your left leg and then stepping it through. Right foot to 45 degrees. Inhale, sweeping up into warrior one. Hips are squared to the short edge of your mat. Reach the arms up. Breathe here. One more breath. As you exhale, rolling over into warrior two. Hips are now squared to the long edge of your mat. Breathing here. Dropping into front knee. Pulling up through back leg. Shoulders are dropped. Inhale to exhale, flipping the palm, reversing your warrior. Drawing your hand all the way up towards the ceiling. Breathing here. Exhale, sweeping all the way over into extended side angle. Dropping the elbow to the knee, raising up the arm and drawing it all the way up and over. Gazing to the hand. Deep breaths here. And exhale all the way back into warrior two. We're going to throw in a triangle pose here. Straightening the front knee, shifting the back hip, drawing the arm over, and allowing yourself to fold. Bringing hand to shin, raising up your arm, gazing up to your hand. Allow your hand, shoulder and hand to stack into a straight line. Breathing here. As you exhale, slowly roll back. Drop back into warrior two. Let's cycle the hands forward. And then slowly stepping back into downward facing dog. Moment here. Deep breaths. And then inhale to draw up your right leg. Stepping the right foot forward. Left foot 45 degrees. Inhale to draw yourself all the way up into warrior one. Dropping into front knee, feeling that beautiful stretch through the body. Another couple of deep breaths here. Exhale to roll into warrior two. So still dropping into front knee. Turning your hips now to face the long edge of your mat. Hands out. Breathing here. Flipping the front palm, reversing your warrior, drawing your hand up, still bending into front knee, raising up, feeling into the stretch. On your next exhale, slowly coming back into warrior one as a short transition as you move into extended side angle. Drawing the arm up and over, gazing towards the palm. Breathing here. Opening up that whole side body. As you exhale, slowly coming back into warrior two, to slowly come into our Trikonasana, so shifting the hip, reaching forward, dropping yourself all the way over, hand to shin, reach up the arm, breathe deeply here. Beautiful triangle pose, both knees are straight, gaze up to the palm. Deep breaths. And as you exhale, slowly come up. Drop back into warrior two. Cycle the hands forward, stepping yourself back into a downward facing dog. Taking a moment here, feeling into the body. How has the body shifted? How has the tension within your body changed? Gazing forward, you're going to step one leg and then the other leg forward, coming into Malasana, squat. So dropping down into your squat. Ideally, you'll have your heels flat here, allowing yourself to sink into the squat pose, bringing the hands together into heart center, breathing deeply here, opening up into the hip joints, taking a few more deep breaths. Lengthening up through the spine, sinking the heels, planting and grounding your feet. Couple more deep breaths. And then as you exhale, slowly lower your hands to the mat. Allow yourself to come up, walking the toes together, coming into a standing forward fold, allowing your crown to drop down to the ground, pull up through the backs of the knees, and hold here. Don't overstretch, listen to your body. Allow yourself to fold very, very gently into the posture. Letting go of all tension. Slowly rolling out of the posture, drawing your hands all the way back up into your waist as you allow yourself to roll out one vertebra at a time, drawing yourself all the way back up into standing pose. Lovely. Let's come down onto the mat. So allow yourself to drop into the mat, extending the arms forward, taking a deep stretch, arms up above you. On your next exhale, you can slowly hug your knees into your chest, taking a gentle rock from side to side. We're going to move into bridge pose, so dropping the soles of the feet onto the mat. See that you're able to tickle the heels. When you're ready, we're going to inhale to sweep up the hips off the ground, raising them up nice and high, bringing your hands underneath your body, interlacing your fingers, pressing the palms or the hands into the mat, the forearms, and breathing deeply into the belly. So really watching the rise and the fall of your belly here. Squeezing the knees together, squeezing the buttocks. Another couple of deep breaths here. And as you exhale, slowly roll down one vertebra at a time. Let the last vertebra drop down to the ground. Your hands are now beside you. You're going to inhale and sweep the arms and the hips up, rolling all the way up into the posture. And then as you exhale, you're slowly going to reverse and drop the hands and the buttocks down. Let's take another 3 of these. Inhale to sweep everything up, keeping the shoulders pinned, gazing up to the ceiling. Exhale, sweep everything down. Tuck the pelvis as you lower down. 2 more, inhale. And exhale, slowly lower down. Let's take a last one. Inhale. And exhale. And from here, just hugging the knees gently into the chest, taking a gentle rock from side to side. We're going to keep the right knee hugged into the chest. Cycle the left leg away and all the way down to the ground. We're drawing this right knee over to the left side, taking your right hand out beside you. Palm down on the ground. Lovely stretch here into the glute area. A little gentle twist into the spine. A few more deep breaths here. And as you exhale, roll all the way back onto the back body. Let's send both of the knees back up into the chest. Sending your right leg down and away. And then we're slowly going to roll over to the right side, taking the hand all the way out beside you. Gazing over now to that opposite hand, shoulders are pinned. Deep breaths here. Another couple of big breaths. And then as you exhale, slowly roll onto the back body. Hugging both of the knees into the chest once more. Let's take a happy baby as our last posture before we come into Shavasana. Drawing the hands onto the outer edges of the feet, knees down into the armpits. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Tuck the chin gently in towards the chest. A few more deep breaths here. Allowing yourself to sink, open and let go. On your next exhale, slowly draw the knees into the chest. Take a gentle rock from side to side. Bring your arms right around your knees. Give yourself a little hug. And then on your exhale, allow yourself to come into Shavasana, corpse pose. Taking final relaxation, a beautiful practice this morning to really allow energy to move through the body once more. So often we can have stuck energy, stuck emotion. One of the best ways to rid ourselves of that is to do a beautiful flow like we've just done, and then allow the breath and bring focus to that exhalation of letting go. So sinking the whole body down, letting go of all tension, right from the tips of your toes, all the way to the crown of your head. Allowing yourself to soften, let go. Holding on to no further tension within the body. Holding on to no more emotion. Allowing yourself to just be. Your whole body is relaxing down into the ground beneath you. Your whole body is relaxed. And you can gently bring awareness to the breath as you begin to wriggle your toes, taking the tip of your thumb and drawing it across the tips of your fingers, allowing your head to roll over from one side to the other, drawing your arms up overhead for a last deep stretch, really feeling some relief and release through the body. Hugging the knees into the chest and then rolling onto your favorite side. So allowing yourself to roll onto your favorite side, taking a moment there. And then slowly pressing up and back into easy seat. Bringing the palms together to touch once more. Begin to rub your palms, generate some warmth. And then draw that warmth back into your heart center. Let's inhale to chant Om 3 times, followed by the Shanti mantra. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Taking another deep inhale through your nose. As you exhale, bow the nose down to the tips of your fingers. Taking a moment to acknowledge yourself, for you are whole and complete. Namaste. Thank you for joining me on this practice, and I look forward to seeing you back on the mat soon.